Ciaran, the end of the season's coming around now. It's been a busy one for the academy. Can you just give us an update on the last 12 months?
Well, first of all, it's been a great 12 months. I've enjoyed my first 12 months at the club. It's been the hardest 12 months of my working life because this club moves forward so quick that it's been tough to keep up. We've had the academies improved hugely over the course of the year. We've implemented a lot of things that we want to do moving forward. We've still got a way to go, but it's certainly in my eyes been a successful year. But we as an academy staff know we've still got a long way to go to where we want to get to.
And when I spoke to you early in the season, you've obviously a long-term plan. You're only 12 months into that, a bit more. Again, it's early days, isn't it? There's so much more to come from this academy.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. You know, we can't stress enough really that the academy is in its infancy. You know, really we won't know where we're at for 5-10 years because it takes a long time to embed an academy into a football club. This football club never had one previously. We're now 2 years into this cycle. We've certainly laid the foundations. We've improved, if you look from the year before I started, in the staffing structure to where we are now. We employ a lot of staff, a lot of experts in different areas, and that is only going to help us to take this academy forward quickly. I can look at it and feel proud of our achievements this year. We've got some really good players coming throughout the age groups. Our age groups are improving from under 9 up to under 23 all the time. So we're moving forward, and that's all we can do. I'm certainly looking forward to where we might be in 3 to 5 years, and I'm confident that these foundations that we're laying at the moment are standing us in good stead for where we want to be, and I'm confident that we're in a good position.
And when you look at the whole academy, you talked about the youngsters there. You see a busy night in the pool on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's so good to see so many people down here, isn't it? And again, building for the future, and hopefully one day having another Billy Crellin in that side as well. Yeah,
it's a joy to see. We're very lucky here. I know everybody talks about this facility who work for this football club, but we are, as an academy, to have 2 full-size 3G pitches, to have this building. We have a happy academy. We've got players who love coming here. We've got coaches who love working here. We've got parents who love being in this area and you know, having such a nice parents' lounge to sit in while their sons are playing. So we've got a lot of pluses going for us. That word's getting out there. You know, I believe this academy is growing in its reputation. We're attracting better players all the time. As I said, with our staffing structure, you know, we've worked really hard on recruitment this year to ensure that we're maximising our potential for bringing in the best local players in a lot of instances, but also broadening where we're looking as well. We've produced some results of charts for the season of where our players are based, and we currently have it at 50% of all of the players in the academy. And considering we've got 130 plus players, you know, we've got 65 Fylde Coast-based players. So I believe that's a good thing. We want to promote local players, but we're also in the business of trying to produce footballers for this football club, and that means that we have to maximise everything that we can do.
And when you look at some of the details, you look at the under-18s and the Youth Cup run they had as well. It was a great achievement then, wasn't it, reaching a level that they've not been to before?
Yeah, it was. We had a decent draw. We got through 2 rounds and then were well beaten in the 3rd round. From our point of view, of course, from a club point of view, to be getting to the 3rd round is a great thing. From our point of view, we want to do better. We want to perform better. We want to have our under-18s performing better in the league that they play in, and we want our individuals to be pushing forward quickly to get into that under-23. So whilst the club is always achieving new things that it hasn't before. We can't settle for that. We have to look for the next target, and the next target is to do well in that FA Youth Cup again. But overall, it's about this whole programme that we're offering to players and making sure it's the best programme that we can possibly deliver, so that we're producing good players and they're getting a good education in football and also in growing up.
And players as well. There's obviously some players who move on, some players that stay. From people who have watched games recently at Pulpit Farm and travelled away, are there any players that are going to be making that next step to the under-23s and the development squad?
Yes, so of course it's a hard time of year for us as academy staff, that throughout the age groups, from the under-23s down to the under-9s, we've been releasing players and signing new players, and that's part of the cycle. We try and do it with as much care as we possibly can, and we certainly go through a process that is detailed, and we study it, and we reach a point where we make decisions on players. This year with the under-18s, of course, we've got Billy Krellin, who is currently still an under-18, who will be going through, but we've also offered professional contracts to Harrison Holgate, who joined us at under-16, and Jacob Bartoszyński, who's a Polish player who joined us at the start of the season also. So it's been a successful year from that point of view, but we're always looking, the long-term aim of this club is to produce our own players, and we want to produce more and better players as we move forward as an academy, so that we can make it a sustainable part of the club.
And people who see these three players going forward, again, from the bottom up, it makes them, give them hope and other aspirations to earn themselves a professional contract at Fleetwood Town. Absolutely,
it's a good place to be. When the players are well looked after here, they are, from the facilities that they get to play on every day, to the care that they get from the staff, to the life skills that we try to provide them. It's a good club to be at. So they are getting an opportunity every day to make the best for themselves. It's a club that, like I said, our reputation's improving all the time, so it's a club that people want to be at. Our players have got to try and get to that professional contract level, but even when they get there, we want them to become established pros, playing in the first team or playing in the Football League or playing at the highest level that they can possibly play at. So we'll always try and support that. We've got a number of players coming through, all through the age groups, that are potential for that, and that is exciting for the club, because when you look at our games programme, we're becoming more competitive in it all the time. If we look at the long-term plans of the club to become an even better academy, then we're only going to produce better players and give them better chances to achieve their goals.